Hello, this is Grand Master Ron Stone with another podcast for you on Hapkido and other martial arts, brought to you by the USA Hapkido Union. And we'd like to encourage you all to look up the USA Hapkido Union, subscribe to it, join it. You get a lot of benefits, and also look into the Korean Martial Art Instructors Association. I think you'll find that beneficial as well. So today I want to talk to you a little bit about philosophy of fighting. And so get a little historical perspective. Years ago, when I was just starting out in the martial arts, Kung Fu was popular on television. And there was an episode where David Carradine, playing Kwai Chang Caine, met this Brazilian traveler who was being accosted in a Western town because he was black. And his fighting style was something that Kwai Chang Caine had never seen before. And the gentleman, I don't know if it was played by Ozzie Davis or who was played by, explained that it was based off of Brazilian slaves. And the fighting style developed because their hands were chained together as were their feet. And so there was a lot of duplicate double hand movements. And as I got into the arts, I began to realize that's not a bad idea to use two hands in a circular motion, especially when you're somebody like me who's never had massive Sylvester Stallone upper arm strength. And so that led to today's topic, which is, should we fight to the inside or should we fight to the outside? Now, I developed my own philosophy after, what are we, going on 50 some odd years or more, 1970, 55 years of martial arts, that I personally, if I had my druthers, would rather go to the outside in a fight. I'd rather deflect and get behind or at least to the side. And I had this discussion with my instructor, somebody whose opinion I value very highly, Grandmaster Richard Hackworth. And I asked him what were the advantages to fighting to the inside? Because I believe, and to a certain extent still believe, that if you block a punch to the inside, then if he's strong and you're strong, then his hard arm hits your hard arm and you both go ouch, but now you're left with the other side coming at you. And so it's block to the left, block to the right, block to the left, block, and eventually you end up either being tackled or in a bear hug because you're inside. And so I like to deflect with an outside-inside deflection rather than a hard block, and a circling movement, or ducking under it and coming around, or using both hands in a circular outside to inside motion to block and deflect his attack. And I explained this to Grandmaster Hackworth, and he said, yes, that may be theory, but you got to remember that all of the lethal points, or at least the majority of them, are on the inside. And so if you're fast and accurate, you have a better chance of ending it quicker by being inside the attack and hitting one of the centrally located lethal points. I mean, you have from the front on, you have the eyes, the throat, you've got the chest and heart, solar plexus, whereas if you deflect and go to the side, sure, I mean, you can attack maybe the temple if you can reach it, the neck, whatever. But so I want to talk to you a little bit about that. I have to realize that in most civilian self-defense, non-military, non-police type of encounters, it's very sudden. I mean, police, FBI statistics are, what is it? Attacks come within 3 yards, 3 seconds. It's very quick and very whatever. And yeah, you may not have a chance to get to the outside of that attack. I mean, it may be a rush, you may whatever. So it's absolutely essential that you know how to fight to the inside and what to do. But if they're going to give me any outside indication that I have a chance to deflect and rotate and circle, I personally would rather go to the outside, and get behind them. And the last seminar I was at, a policeman with many years of experience was explaining his philosophy of knife fighting, and it was whatever it takes, even if you have to take the cut, take the slash, get behind and then use the neck to end the knife attack, because somebody's trying to kill you anyway. But I may not necessarily agree with everything that was said, but I do. That's my personal philosophy. If I had my druthers, I know that there are lethal points in the middle, but I'd rather be behind someone that's trying to kill me than to be right in the middle of both of his big old arms. So give me your thoughts. Comment back to the USA Hapkido Union with your thoughts on this. And I want to thank you for listening to my ramblings today. And as always, have a nice day and stay safe. Thank you.